Boy, if there's one guy who knows how hard it is to win this year, it is definitely Casey Kane. 4 second-place finishes. But, talked to a lot of people in the garage this morning. They say that you're the man to beat. Is that a fair assessment?
I think we have a good shot. I think our Dodge dealers, UAW Dodge, is really good this weekend. And, there's some other good cars, obviously. But, Tommy Baldwin and this whole team did a great job this weekend. So I think we got a good shot.
Of his 4 second-place finishes this year, they've all come in the race car he's driving today. Matt?
Ryan Newman's 9th in points is a 128-point cushion over Casey Kane. Now, I talked to Matt Borland. He said during final practice you were chasing the right balance. Did you find it by the end, Ryan?
Oh, we got closer for sure. We were 30th in practice, which is totally untypical for us. So we'll just have to see if we made the right changes. I think we did, and we've been to victory lane here before. So hopefully what we did will make us get there again.
He had the right car and the right fuel mileage 1 year ago to go to victory lane. Marty?
Matt, it's been a nice weekend for the Labonte family. Justin winning yesterday, your nephew. I know you were happy about that. Could we see a surprise winner today, maybe in you getting back to victory lane?
Might have to be a surprise. I hope so. I mean, we're really looking forward to a good race today. And, hopefully we can get our Wellbutrin XL car up front. And we're starting 11th, so a good place to start. And hopefully we can keep everything on it today and have a good race.
I don't know what Mom Martha and Grandma Martha would do if all you guys won all weekend. It would be an interesting weekend. Bill?
Thanks, Marty. It wouldn't be a surprise to see this guy on victory lane. Jeff Gordon, back-to-back wins going for 3 in a row. 4 straight poles. We picked a perfect time to jump on the Jeff Gordon bandwagon, didn't we?
Well, we're glad to have you guys back, and it's an exciting, second half that we're going to get started here with. But things certainly are going very well for the DuPont Chevrolet team, and it's a big win for us last week, and we're just going to try to keep it going. And I was pretty shocked with the pole on Friday, but these guys have just been giving me amazing equipment, and we're trying to make the most of it.
How was it under race conditions?
It was good. We definitely needed some adjustments that we need to make. We were really waiting to that second practice to get the temperatures up in the track and in the tires and see which direction the car went in. And we over-adjusted a little bit for that second practice, but I feel really good about the adjustments that Robbie and the guys on the team made to start this race out. We're starting up front. We got a great spot on pit road to pit from. The pit stops have been fantastic. Horsepower has been great. So, right now our confidence is sky high, and we've got to just keep doing what we've been doing and keep communicating. And there's no doubt in my mind that if we just, have the teamwork that we've had here lately, that we will be a factor when this thing's over.
All right, driver intros are coming up. Thanks for coming.
Thank you, yeah.
Good luck
to have
today.
you guys here.
Glad to be here. Jeff Gordon, he leads him to the green flag this afternoon here at Chicagoland. Halfway mark of the season today. You're watching NASCAR on NBC. The Discover Card Countdown to Green at Chicagoland continues from pit road. In NASCAR, drivers do not race back to the caution. It's a safety measure adopted last September so that emergency crews can hurry immediately to the site of any crash. NASCAR has been working hard to perfect the process of locking in the running order when the caution came out. Now, we met with NASCAR President Mike Helton here at the Speedway on Thursday. He was up front saying things have not gone smoothly. Dave Burns was at that meeting. Dave, freezing the field has really gotten the big chill from the fans and some competitors, but that feeling may be beginning to thaw.
Well, that meeting you talked about, Bill, that was also held with NASCAR Nextel Cup competitors and Busch Series competitors this weekend. NASCAR wanted to show them the system that they use to freeze the field. And now, race fans, we're taking you to Race Control to show you. It's really made up of 3 components. First of all, a transponder that's mounted to each car that sends out a unique signal. On the racetrack, there are sensors, or we call them scoring loops, that pick up the transponder when the cars roll across it. And then that information is fed right up here to this laptop computer, and all the information goes right in here. Here's how the system works in action. Something happens on the track, the race director calls for a caution, an accident, debris, something like that. He calls it on the radio frequency. The official sitting right here will simultaneously hit this switch, which is the caution lights, causing the drivers to slow down for safety, and hit the button right here on the laptop, which freezes the field. At that moment, the computer knows exactly where every car is on the track, and every loop that they just passed over on the track, every sensor. And it also knows which one the leader is. So it takes the leader, starts from there, puts down the information, has an order together in 3 seconds. That's how fast NASCAR knows the running order when a caution comes out. And it rarely gives them the need to look at videotape anymore or make judgment calls, Bill.
But Dave, there are some instances where judgment calls do have to be made.
Well, that's true. A car that spins out or has an accident, he's no longer in the running order, so you can't give him the position of the sensor that he just passed over. So there's a little that has to happen there. Also, on the final green flag lap, they will not look to the scoring sensors. They will look to videotape replays to see who the leader was at the time of caution, not who the leader was at the last scoring loop. And that's a really good idea, Bill.
Okay, Dave, thanks a lot. We'll be watching that throughout the race here at Chicagoland this afternoon. Once again, this season, former series champion Benny Parsons will take us into the shadows of this sport so you can meet some of the important people that aren't very often in the spotlight. Benny's first pitch this summer, a charity softball game held here in Joliet Thursday night to benefit the Victory Junction Gang. It was a game full of runs, hits, and carers.
See what she said? I got your line because you're old like me.
In the pregame autograph session, not every fan came to get something. This boy gave Kyle Petty a jar full of change that he had saved for a year.
We've raised almost $26 million to date, and a little over a third of that has come from fans like all you guys up here. And that's pretty phenomenal.
Did you throw it underhanded? One bounce or two?
One bounce. Close.
Do you know anything about this game?
No. Hit the ball, catch the ball, run the bases. I don't.
Is that simple?
Yes, it's simple.
It just bounds pretty high. See that?
You don't go back there, though.
I don't know where I go, Benny.
In other words, you don't know anything about this game.
The ball's bigger. Yes, I'm all over it.
Can't believe the first play of the game, my brother was up at bat and I got him out at first base. I mean, how often does that happen? But, oh well, he'll probably get me out too. He's at first base anyway.
Oh, he got one. Dive for it, dive. All right.
So how come you aren't playing?
I'm old.
Schrader's playing, and he's older than you.
Yeah, but Strader's young and virile inside. You know that. Outside, outside. Good eye, Schrader, good eye.
But who won and who lost wasn't important. With 6,400 tickets sold, more than $50,000 was raised for the camp.
Go on, PJ, swing for the fence.
And on this evening, that was the only score that mattered.
Thursday night, the players were on the field, but it was the fans that hit a home run. Which one of these guys will hit a home run today and end up in victory lane? We'll find out in 400 miles at Chicagoland.
Discover Card Countdown to Green is brought to you by Discover Card and their new cashback bonus program. It pays to discover. By Wendy's new home-style chicken strip salad. It's better here. And by Fram's Air Hog High Performance Air Filter. Fram, hog the road.
Kevin Harvick is teetering 10th in the championship standings, just 111 points in front of Casey Kane. Harvick has just one top 10 finish in his last 7 races. His last win came last August at Indy. But at Chicagoland, well, he's had a lot of good luck. In fact, in 2001 and 2002, he won. He was the man.
Well, he's certainly been the guy here at Chicago. Remember last year, as Tony Stewart throws water on just me, not him, he finished, thank you, I appreciate that, Harv. He finished second. He was running second, ran out of fuel at the end of the race, but this racetrack has changed. Don't throw the water again, Tony. This racetrack has changed. How does that change what you do as a driver?
Well, I think it's just faster right now. You need to get wet.
I know, it's hot out here.
But, I mean, the tires just have so much grip, and the groove has moved out, so it's quite a bit different racetrack than it has been the last 3 years.
Man on the bubble in the chase for the championship would love a little wiggle room in his chase for the championship. Matt?
The last time on a D-shaped oval, Elliott Sadler nearly won, finished in the top 5. You're 8th in points. Do you look through the windshield going for that championship? Do you also have an eye on the mirror as well?
Yeah, we kind of got an eye on the mirror too. You know, we're kind of racing Harvick and Newman and
and the 9 and the 19 and the 42. I mean, some of those guys. So, I mean, you got to kind of keep your eye going forward and backwards. But we do have another great race car, same car we won with at Texas, and it was good yesterday. We just got to be consistent. Todd's done a good job keeping it full of fuel, fresh 4 tires on it, and we just want to do a good job for M&M's and everybody today.
He starts 13th to Dave.
Well, Matt, Mark Martin is currently out of the chase for the championship, but he was in it before. Mark, how critical now to win a race or races to get yourself back into it?
Well, we just need to make sure that we don't have any more problems, you know, no more mechanical failures or wrecks. It's not crucial for us to win another race, but obviously everyone wants to be first, so that's what we want to do. But we've got such a great team with the Viagra team, and they've had our Taurus just really hooked up well. So I'm looking forward to today. We've had a fast race car all weekend, and this could be good for us.
And a lot of the other competitors have looked at this guy this weekend and said, there is the car to beat. Bill?
That's right, Dave. Now, each week, Wally Dallenbach takes to the track in his Mountain Dew machine during the Discover Card Countdown to Green. Occasionally, we find somebody brave enough to ride along with him, but today it's a solo mission, so Wally can help explain how downforce can help a race car driver be a real spoiler.
Welcome to the first Wally's World of the second half. What we're talking about today here at Chicagoland is downforce. Now, what is downforce? Well, picture your car going through the air at 180 miles per hour. You need that car to be pushed into the racetrack. So in layman's term, look at these big 5 ugly guys on my car. They're pushing the car down into the racetrack. That's a driver's best friend. Now, what's different from this year to last year at Chicago? This right here, the rear spoiler. This rear spoiler is 3/4 of an inch lower than when we were here last year. JH, pop off. That means that you've got less downforce on the rear spoiler. Now, what does that mean on the racetrack? I'll show you.
Now, first off, I want to say how happy I am to be back in my NBC Mountain Dew car. Now, let's get back to this downforce deal. 1.5-mile racetrack like in Chicagoland, you got to have grip. Grip means you got to have a lot of downforce. Now, with this spoilers 3/4 of an inch less than what I had here last time, I'm going to go barreling down in this corner, and the car is going to want to get sideways getting in. Another thing here, when you're around other cars, you've lost that grip in the back. Good thing about it is when I get up behind somebody, I can pull right up behind them and get them arrow loose. Bad thing is, he can do the same thing to me. Basically, when you come to a place like Chicagoland, downforce is your friend. And when they took that spoiler off the back, it made this car a little bit tougher to drive.
Thanks, Wally. Tony Stewart starts 10th today in a backup car looking for his first win of 2004. His turn is next when the countdown continues.